Hey everyone, welcome back. It is the Dani Dots Podcast, where we talk about life and all its messy, magical in-between moments. Today's episode is going to be a somewhat personal one. It came to me like an epiphany in the shower the other evening. It's for the version of you who's been feeling a little dim, maybe a little dull, or disconnected from the fire you used to carry so effortlessly. The version of you that maybe looked in the mirror recently and thought, oh my God, where's my sparkle gone? Whether it was from a breakout, burnout, grief, or just the slow, silent weight of life shifting, you are not alone. In 2025, many of us are moving through the seasons that ask us to shed, maybe to outgrow, or even evolve. But in the process, we can forget how to glow. In this episode, I'm going to deep dive on what it really means to lose your sparkle, the sneaky ways it shows up in your day-to-day life, and most importantly, how to get the glow back. This isn't about pretending everything's okay. This is about remembering who the hell you are, even in the dark. Because guys, you sparkle. It's not gone. It's just waiting for you to come back home to it. So let's get into it. Now, look, I'm actually not even going to lie. April has been an absolute mission. I mean, I have spread myself so goddamn thin. Yesterday, I found myself very irritable. I just could not shift this small, I don't know, it was weird. I had no patience for anything. I even was talking to my boss and she was so lovely, as she always is. And here's me just being this negative Nancy, I have no tolerance for anything. I do want to do this episode today because I don't know if it's kind of just me, but I am hearing a lot of things about different seasonal approaches, people that have lost the momentum. Maybe there's been a breakup, bad news of some sort. I feel like there's this weird energy, a tenseness. I was down at my local a couple of days ago and I feel like there was this general consensus that everyone was so excited to have this long Easter weekend. It's like everyone was burnt out. People just needed a minute. I don't know. It was weird. And I completely understand how when you have a break, it just reevaluates and shifts everything back to what's important. I, for one, have spread myself so thin over these past 3 weekends. I have no regrets. I've had some really great times playing tour guide to friends and family. But I felt myself doing a lot of things for everyone around me except myself. And it shows. It's like your routine goes out the window, you try and eat healthy, and I'm currently sitting here looking at a half dozen Easter eggs on the table thinking, God damn, I love chocolate. However, we have got to get back into the momentum of obviously pushing on, getting through this, and remind ourselves that, there is light at the end of the tunnel, whatever it may be. And for myself, this time last year, I was majority of the way through a 75 hard challenge, and I was reevaluating everything. Do I regret not doing it this year? Well, not at the time that it was on, because I had a really great time showing my friends and family around the region and doing all the things, eating all the food, which I wouldn't have done last year. But I don't know, I've definitely lost my sparkle, and I feel like there is a fair bit of chatter about everyone else losing sparkles as well. So I'm here to sprinkle glitter just as much as I shake a bottle of champagne and reevaluate and get you guys back on the horse and glowing and enjoying this part of your lives. So what does it really mean to lose your sparkle? It isn't about being lazy, broken, or ungrateful. It's about becoming disconnected from yourself, your joy, your energy, your sense of aliveness. It often happens quietly after a heartbreak, a draining season, or simply consistently putting other people first. It's when you stop feeling excited about the things that used to light you up, when your sense of purpose feels distant, and your inner voice, once bold and playful, goes completely silent. It's not that you failed, it's that your spirit is tired. Your sparkle dims when you stop feeling safe, seen, or supported, especially by yourself. It's a survival response, but acknowledging it, that's the big thing, because this is where the healing begins. So if you're sitting there and you're currently thinking, well, I don't know if I have lost my sparkle. Have you walked past a mirror recently and actually looked at yourself and thought, yep, that slipped? I find myself consistently going, I'd say, Sunday to Thursday without putting any effort in. Not even a joke. Like Fridays and Saturdays are my 2 social days. Everything else, nah. I'm on this routine gym, eat, sleep, repeat. And even lately, I haven't even been putting any effort in for the gym. Mostly because my kitten is in his 5th month of life. And I don't know what's happened recently. I'm going to say he's in his toddler phase, but he is a nightmare. I mean, I don't know. He gets up halfway through the night and decides that he wants to play or run around my bedroom. He's just a nightmare. So I used to put myself first and get up at 6 a.m. to go for a run or go to the gym or do my things. Recently I found myself awake at stupid hour, and then I fall back asleep into this disgusting deep sleep. And then I have to sit there and try and fall back asleep, which then doesn't happen until, almost the alarm going off. And then getting up is just this heavy log, and I work from home, so obviously no one sees me, but I do tend to hit the old snooze button too many times, roll back over and go back to sleep for an hour. No one would even know. I don't have anyone behind me saying, hey, Dani, where are you? Why are you not at the gym? It doesn't work like that here. So it's all or nothing. It's myself and myself only. So, yeah, the gym has definitely slipped. Has my appearance slipped? 100%. My star sign this week actually said something unusual like, trust the process, and if you feel a gentle push, that's the universe guiding you towards something you should be putting more effort into. The most randomest thing was, I don't know if you guys are aware of this and if I have many Queenstown listeners, but there is a Chemist Warehouse in Queenstown, and I got so excited on Monday because I got to go there. And there's just something better about seeing the products in person and not online shopping. So obviously, if you go to a major city centre when you live down south and you see a Chemist Warehouse, it's a little bit overwhelming. I'm not the only one that walks in there and thinks, holy shit, these fluoro stupid price tickets. For people that don't see that shit every day, it's overwhelming. Anyway, I go in there. I was like a rabid tornado, just ripping around, enjoying myself. However, I was drawn to something that I just could not shake, and that was a product that strips box color hair dye from your hair so that you can start afresh. And I just thought, you know what? I don't know what it is, but it's probably me. I'm not looking at things because obviously there is those weird times. I have brown hair, so I don't put a lot of effort into my hair. It's stock standard brown. You know what I get wrong is the shade of brown. I feel like recently it's just been brown on top of brown on top of brown, which is now going so disgustingly dark and black. It's not complementing my skin tone. I look drained. It frightens me. So I was drawn to this box and I stood there and I said to Mum, wow, I probably did that about 10, 12 years ago. I brought this product in Australia and I stripped all the colour off my hair and I started afresh, and it was amazing. And right now, 100% is what I'm about to do. I'm so excited. I am not one to put myself in the hairdresser's chair. Hate the experience. Never had a good one. I have done my own hair for many, many years. I've just had terrible, terrible experiences. So whether or not that was actually what the universe was guiding me towards, it was almost saying, hey, Dani, here's a product that's going to make you feel a little bit more sparkly. It was almost like my whole body was saying, stop putting this shitty box dye on your head, start afresh, and maybe start from like an auburn brown, not like a chocolate brown, but a reddy brown, because my mum has red hair, so this would make sense. So yeah, we're going to give it a go. I'm really excited because there is, 10 years worth of box dye on my head right now, and it's actually causing issues. So that to me is honestly how I'm starting to start this, sparkle process and getting myself back on the horse. Anyway, the next dot point I have here is a sneaky ways that, sparkle shows up in your day-to-day. A dimmed sparkle doesn't always look dramatic. In fact, it often hides in the small everyday moments. Maybe you stop playing music when you get ready in the morning. Yeah, that's definitely something I'm doing at the moment. Maybe you avoid eye contact with yourself in the mirror. See, I just told you. You scroll for hours, but nothing really sticks. Oh, I am 1000% in that rut at the moment. Your laughter is quieter. See, I think I'm overcompensating lately. Things that aren't funny, I'm laughing at because I'm just like, oh, well, that was awkward. You feel like a background character in your own life. You say, I'm fine, too quickly. You cancel plans, not because you're busy, but because joy feels like too much effort. So often recently I've wanted to say no to things, but no, we're powering through. These, you guys, are not signs of weaknesses. They are quiet cries for reconnection. Your soul is asking you to notice the places you've gone numb and start bringing yourself back online. Isn't that interesting? Oh, I've got goosebumps. God, I hate it when that happens. It's almost like it's showing us that these are the things that we have not been aware of recently that are making us aware that the sparkle has gone. But it's acknowledging it. We are okay with the fact that these are the things that are making us feel a bit dull. And I do feel like a lot of people doom scroll. They'll sit there for hours, but you'll say to them, what were you looking at? And they can't even tell you because the information's not being absorbed. It's almost like life is too overwhelming. Any new information? Nah, don't even want to know about it. So most importantly, how to start getting the sparkle back. Reclaiming your sparkle isn't about a dramatic makeover or forcing positivity. It's about gently remembering who the hell you are. I want you guys to start small, okay? Something really small like light a candle just because it feels good. A little bit of a different smell in the air. I don't know. Speak kindly to yourself in the mirror. I, weirdly enough, have a sticker in the top right-hand corner of my bathroom mirror, which I 1000% should take down. It actually says something really silly. Hang on, I'll actually say it. See, I actually walked to my bathroom and had a look. It actually says, you look amazing. It sounds a bit crass, but it works. Do I say it to myself? No, I should. Wear something that makes you feel like you again. Weirdly enough, I definitely think that myself. I'm not like a summer dress person. I enjoy winter outfits. So I sat down the other day and I went through my whole wardrobe and I did that whole rotation of things that maybe didn't survive summer that can go in the bin, but I also brought all my favorite winter things back out again. Oh, makes me feel so good and warm and cozy. Revisit hobbies or spaces where you once felt alive. Yeah, I mean, I'd say Arrowtown for me is one of those weird places. I always feel really rejuvenated and alive. There's something so quaint about that wee township. I don't even know what it is. Unfollow people who make you feel less than. I have a friend who culls his social media once a month and he posts about those people that don't make it to the next month of his life. He's so out there and crazy. It makes me laugh because I don't have to do anything to prove that I'm his friend to stay on his socials, but how he goes about getting rid of the people that don't bring him joy, amazing. I love it. And I've always said to you guys, you just have to get rid of all the negativity that makes you feel like you cannot be yourself. I got rid of a half dozen people off Snapchat yesterday. Loved it. I also think I need to deep dive on Snapchat a little bit because they are incorrectly wording a few things that make you believe people have friend requested you, but they haven't. And that's annoying because I thought someone had friend requested me and it said accept. I pressed it and it asked that person to accept my friend request. That made me feel yuck. Anyway, reconnect with what makes your inner child curious. My inner child is the Easter Bunny. No, I'm joking. Most of all, give yourself time. Your sparkle doesn't need pressure. It needs permission. You don't have to be fully healed to just start shining. Just willing to show up for yourself one moment at a time. And I think it's really important that obviously if you do feel overwhelmed with this whole process that you start small. And it's easy enough just to jot down a couple of things on a bit of paper and just be really mindful of those things that make you feel good about yourself. Do you feel weird with saying things like a affirmation that makes you feel good about yourself? Don't do it. Don't force yourself to do it. It needs to come natural, or else it's just going to be ick. If you are one of those people that hates removing the negativity off your social media and still needs to feel like they're staying in that person's life, keep it around. I don't care. There's just big changes that come with these kinds of things. And I just want to make sure that everyone's really aware that the sparkle doesn't happen if you don't choose to capture that. So I've written down here a couple of signs that your sparkle might be dimmed. You don't recognize yourself lately. You're going through the motions, but you feel like a stranger in your own life. Your passions feel distant. Your laugh doesn't hit the same. Yes. Everything feels like effort. The small things like texting back, getting dressed, leaving the house, feeling heavier than usual. You've stopped romanticizing life. The magic and simple moments, sunlight on your skin, a cup of tea, your favorite song, everything starts feeling flat or invisible. You're avoiding mirrors, literal or emotional. Whether it's reflection or an honest conversation with yourself, you're dodging the things that ask you to see yourself clearly. You're shrinking around others, playing small, hiding your opinions, silencing your needs. You don't feel safe taking up space anymore. You're constantly tired even after a good night's rest. Physical fatigue is one thing, but if your soul feels tired even after sleep or downtime, your sparkle might be trying to get your attention. You've let go of rituals that used to ground you, morning journaling, skincare routines, creative hobbies. If those have fallen away, it might be a sign you've disconnected from your joy. If you feel like you're watching your life, not living it, like you're a passenger instead of the driver, days blur together and nothing feels intentional, comparison creeps more than usual. If you're scrolling and everyone else seems more alive, more beautiful, more in love with everything but themselves, you miss yourself. You're not in a relationship. It's not a version of your life. The way you used to light up, that deep down part of you that used to sparkle just because, it's gone. So, I don't know. I feel like we just need to start, obviously, reevaluating and what are the things that we can not lose our sparkle when life gets tough. I want you all to protect your peace like queens and kings. I want you to limit your energy from draining people, overstimulation and chaos. Boundaries are sparkle armor. Isn't that interesting? Again, romanticizing the little things, coffee in your favorite mug, a slow morning playlist, fresh sheets. Treat every moment like scenes from your dream life. Let yourself feel it all. Don't suppress the sadness. Crying isn't a weakness, it's soul clearing. Your sparkle shines brighter after the storm. I want you guys to follow accounts that uplift, read words that inspire, and mute anything that dims you, even if it's trendy. I want you to celebrate micro wins. Did you get out of bed today? Sparkle. Did you send that difficult email? You sparkle. Every step counts. Acknowledge your quiet courage. Reconnect with your why. When life feels heavy, remember why and what lights you up. Revisit your dreams. Make time for things that make you forget to check your phone. I love weekends just because I do spend Monday to Friday quite heavily on my phone, whether it's for multiple things, my own personal social media, to do with my digital marketing, to do with my podcast. I enjoy things that make you don't check your phone. And driving is a big one. If you go on a road trip, your phone, you don't touch it because you're the driver. So I love that kind of situation where you're just forbidden. It's really interesting. I want you all to affirm yourself daily. Say it to yourself. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Just start there, that one line. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. I tell you, your sparkle will come back. I want you to surround yourself with mirrors. Be near people who reflect your light back to when you forgot how to see it. And let go to glow. Letting go of what no longer serves you clears space for your sparkle to breathe again. If something just does not bring you joy, and I've said this a million times, do it until it doesn't feel enjoyable anymore, then let it go. For me right now, it's the stupid breakfast burger. I'm obsessed with it. And I'm going to eat it right up until it doesn't bring me joy anymore, and then I'm just going to stop. And I might, I don't know, make a bowl of Weet-Bix. I don't know. But for now, the breakfast burger is what's making me sparkle in the morning. Weirdly enough, I look forward to it. I genuinely do. And it's only recent I've started doing it. Weird, I know. So there is a couple of things, obviously, that I've just rattled off that I want you all to be very mindful of and making yourself feel like you can sparkle again. Remember, the heaviness, it does subside for whatever reason. It could be a season. You don't like autumn. I get that. It's only going to get worse for winter, but whatevs. But for myself, I just have started to light myself up a little bit more, and I've been quite lazy recently. I've been going to bed after a shower with wet hair. It's the worst. I do not recommend that. And I don't know why, like, I'm so unmotivated to just blow dry it so that it doesn't go spastic. I'm currently sitting here right now and there is hair coming out of my ponytail, all directions, not normal directions. Like, normally I can get away with a messy bun. Right now I look homeless. Like, I genuinely look like I'm not looking after myself. I have just painted my fingernails, which is quite important because obviously November last year I cut my finger off with the lawnmower. I now have a fingernail enough to paint with nail polish, and I got very excited about that. So to me, that brings back a little bit of sparkliness. I am moving my body as much as I say that I'm not because of pose behavior in the night. I am still making an active, conscious effort to get outside. I have recently brought a smart ring off Temu. I will admit this, it's not the Aura ring, which is like $300 plus a subscription. I simply brought a $40 ring that I'm now wearing, which is telling me all sorts of information that I never knew about myself. It's interesting that it's a little bit different from an actual smart watch. So I've only just charged it and I'm wearing it right now, but I'm looking at it like, is this thing going to record when I fart in my sleep? Because I don't even know. But for me, it's going to also bring a little bit more joy into the fitness side of things. I don't know how it measures things. I'm not privy to that information just yet. I don't know how that happens, but I will report back. It's a weird purchase. Don't get me wrong. I don't even know why I just didn't go for the big, serious version of this ring, but I don't know. My Garmin smartwatch is not broken, and I always have this mental thing, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Until the Garmin watch runs out, I'm going to play with weird dupe alternatives, but weirdly enough, this makes me happy, so it's fine. So obviously I need to get back into reading. I feel like at night I'm so tired that I'm not even paying attention to the fact that I would really just actually love to put on a movie or something like that. But my brain capacity, I just feel like lately it's just not absorbing the words. And I'm sitting there looking at books and words. And it's interesting because last year when I was doing 75 Hard, I really enjoyed reading 10 pages of a self-help book every night or nonfiction. And now it's just like I just have this weird, like, it's going in, but it's not sticking. So I want to clear the negative energy out of my brain so that I can enjoy that kind of shit. I actually, in Chemist Warehouse, came across a product that was to do with brain clarity. Unfortunately, I couldn't take it just because I'm on blood thinners. But that was weird because I was like, okay, obviously I'm not a study person. Like, I didn't do university or something like that. So I'm not privy as to how you can encourage brain activeness. That's definitely something I want to look at. I did Google what I could take being on blood thinners and there wasn't much, so we won't do that. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I know that I've been bleating on a couple of episodes now in the podcast, just being really open and honest about the fact that I've had weird shit going on, lots of brain fog. I feel like I've lost myself. I'm putting in so much effort into everyone around me that I'm not even doing it myself. Sometimes it's just easy just to do the bare minimum and just scrape by. We've got this joke at work that we all do that. We just do the bare minimum, we scrape by. But in retrospect, we actually do a lot in our working day. So I know that as much as I put into my actual 9-to-5 day job, I need to put double that into my own life and actually start really vibing and enjoying my own company. It's interesting. Someone said to me the other day, how's the love life going, Dani? I said, bit shit, this, that, and the other, rah-de-rah. And then I said, back onto the drawing board. And they said, no, give yourself time to recover and get on with like looking after yourself. And I thought that was really interesting because in my brain, I just sort of thought, well, I'm on a bit of a momentum now, and I think I should just keep putting myself out there. But in hindsight, their response to me was, you can't love anyone until you love yourself. And I was like, all right, RuPaul, calm down. That's something that RuPaul Drag Race guy says quite a lot. But it's true. And I stopped and thought about it, and I thought, oh my God, there's things about myself right now that I just don't enjoy, and I need to make change. But the days are compounding, everything's going fast, everyone's in the same sort of lull. And I just wanted to put this episode together today to make sure that we all are reminded that the sparkle can come back. It's not, it's going to stay around and be heavy like this forever. I mean, if it did, there'd be a lot of different sort of, mental situations, I feel like. This isn't a medicated situation, let's put it that way. Anyway, just like that, I've made it to the other side of today's conversation. If you've been feeling like your sparkle's been missing, just know it was never really gone. It was just buried under the weight of things that you were never really meant to carry forever. You guys, you are allowed to shift. You're allowed to grieve who you were and celebrate who you're becoming. And most importantly, you're allowed to feel joy again. Big joy, loud joy, soft, slow, golden joy. So go do the things that light you up, reclaim the rituals, romanticize the ordinary, let the sun hit your skin and remind you that you're still here, still glowing, you're still magic. And if no one's told you lately, you sparkle in a way that no one else does. Don't ever dim that down for anyone or anything. Until next time, keep shining, keep healing, keep choosing you. This is the Dani Dots Podcast. And guys, your glow up has just begun. Take care. I'll talk to you again next week. Bye.